the best of times through color glass. Time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile. empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la. Oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights. Turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar.
Even if that region doesn't win, usually there's a team with that everyone adapts their play, mimic it.
And we all homogenize, like, at some point, especially when they have patches. Because you do so many tournaments over the standard patch. But now, it seems like everyone's separating even
trick of how good are these
That's
heroes
true, yeah.
because they're playing against each other. So now, how are they going to do the patches? Like, are we going to actually know which?
I mean, you have a vendetta against Sven, but Sven is
Not being
absent.
picked at all.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, and that could just me being silly. Also, who knows? But I'm surprised we haven't seen a Viper ban yet. I guess that tends to get banned like in the second phase, but it feels like against Spectre, it's just really good to get rid of. I don't know.
Yeah, especially after James's last game. Just get a hero that you literally there's nothing that could go wrong with the Viper. You're not gonna lose the lane on a Viper.
Right. Go to the jungle afterwards if you need to.
Yeah.
Leveling up another toxin
Dire
anyways.
team pick.
No, though, the AM.
AM's definitely an interesting one. Like, I wouldn't consider it an amazing AM game just seeing those two heroes.
No.
Maybe for Spectre it's fine, but it's not like you see Spectre and think, oh yeah, AM's the counter Spectre.
Unless they want to go for a Storm
5
Spirit
seconds
again right now, and they're like, yeah. Mikoto's really... I mean, like, I don't think Dreamisel did literally anything last game. He pressed Haunt like twice.
Yeah.
That would be like the ultimate disrespect if you pick Storm Spirit like right now. Like, clock's already like kind of okay for setting up kills. You could follow up with Mirana. It's just like, we don't care. We're, you know, counter pick us all you want. I don't think they're gonna do it. That'd be crazy.
Radiant team pick.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Banned last game. This hero's
Dire team
been on a tear throughout the tournament.
Okay. I sort of feel like we'd moved away from Doom to some extent.
Yeah.
And I am not sure how I feel about it here, because now, what does that mean as
10
far as like our
seconds
matchups? This is the mid Doom to deal with the Void Spirit, I guess? Is that what we're looking at, probably?
I think so. I think Mid Doom sounds good to me. It's been popular with some teams in different regions.
Let's see if Signals has had a history of this Doom. and what they do with it.
Because otherwise, like, you're running something like a clock 5, right? And Mirana off lane, most likely.
Yeah, the clock Mirana lanes make sense to me.
Yeah.
One of those two heroes as a 5 position would have to be the clock. Mirana as a 5 doesn't work,
Right.
really. Unless it's like a very clear dual stun combo, like a Wraith King Mirana type thing. But, you know, I just
that
don't...
sounds bad, too.
Yeah, that sounds bad. There's Mirana as a 5 in the safe lane just isn't it's just not a support you run in the safe lane. So yeah, Mirana clock, or maybe it's a clock 5. That is possible.
It seems they have an even split between it being a core and offlane on Doom, so no real clear
10
direction quite yet.
seconds remaining.
I think with the heroes they have, it kind of has to be. But regardless,
5
the
seconds
hero still
remaining.
seems good to me. Like getting into drums, blink, or something like that, and then maybe a BKB afterwards. Start jumping around, stomping people, and then doom them. And then, you know, if you wanted to get a little cute with it, you can get the Aghanims, the new break on the Infernal Blade. It's pretty nifty.
It's true. Against a Spectre, for sure, that could be very nice.
Yeah, definitely some decent Doom targets in some ways. I feel like Void Spirit can be very tricky to sometimes get the Doom off, though, and
Oh, yes. Many a time you'll be mid-cast animation, and then he'll dissimulate, or
Yeah.
Where'd he
he'll
go?
walk away, and then you're just constantly doing this every, like, 2 seconds.
and if you jump in and you get Yule set, like if
Oh,
Void Spirit has
yeah.
a Yules, you're gonna get Yules, and that's gonna set everything up for you. So
Isn't that a weird pick into Spectre?
I've seen this PA pick. I mean, SEA teams love PA for one thing, and I've seen it a few times into the Spectre. I think
10
it's
seconds
not like
remaining.
a matchup it's not like a hero you're picking up like as a
5
direct
seconds
counter
remaining.
to match up against Spectre necessarily.
One of the reasons I like it is just because Spectre is one of the few carries this patch that does not build MKB immediately.
Ooh, that's
Unlike so many other carries who are just like, I mean, why would I build anything else other than MKB? And so not having that accuracy makes PA a little bit more confident.
yeah, and you, like late game you build into Satanic, which allows you to kind of lifesteal through the dispersion damage a bit.
Okay.
So I think ultimately you're not countering Spectre, but your Spectre does have a tough time against the PA.
I'm just thinking back again to the like matchups that we've seen a couple of times. It always reminds me of like Bot TI and the fact that dispersion damage now goes
Radiant
through
team
Magic
back.
Immunity, so your BKBs aren't even as good of an answer anymore, right? So like, you know, I guess that's again the reason to have break on Doom, so you don't have to worry about dispersion at all.
But this is against 1 Spectre, not 5 Spectres.
That's fair. That's a good point.
I will say that Bot TI has given me a lot of information on mechanics.
Right? I love it. It's so good.
But in terms of real-world applications, I think it's far and few between.
Well, I think the other thing to think about here is like BKB need to come out at a decent timing because like she can't really do anything once Inkswell's out there too. Inkswell's kind of annoying for her to deal with. Yeah, where's Tiny been? Why is nobody picking Tiny?
Yeah.
This hero's crazy, isn't it?
Telling you, SEA, all the regions are going to the beat of their own drum.
Yeah, they just have their own ideas. And Tiny, another hero that's being picked a lot but isn't necessarily
10
crushing it in
seconds
terms of the win losses. I think he was hovering around that 40%
5
mark.
seconds remaining.
Slaughter is an interesting takeaway too. It's just with the PA.
Yeah, I think the synergy with the minus armor is just too strong, and Slardar in general has looked pretty solid on this patch as an offlaner. Like theoretically, they could do like a Slardar Mirana lane. That sounds pretty spooky. Synergy with the PA minus armor. So
And then are we taking an offlaner here for Boom as well? Or are we gonna get like the +1 with the
yeah, there.
AT?
Yeah, their lanes are pretty flexible. Void Spirit can even flex into the offlane 4 role. Most likely, I'd say offlaner, but
They could Darkseer on Boom. That could be kind of cool.
Cignal looking
10
for
seconds
their
remaining.
offlaner for sure,
Right.
especially given the last few bans from
5
Boom.
seconds remaining.
Probably a hero who needs to stay alone because I imagine this Mirana wants to take advantage of COG setups and get arrows on other lanes rather than in the offlane.
No.
Okay.
So this is what I was wondering is like, are they going to pick a 5 last? Or are they going to do position 3 Ogre? That seems unlikely.
So mid Doom 3 clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like 3/4 Marana clock. Or it's the 3 Ogre,
10 seconds remaining.
which seems weird to me. And then here, some hero
5
that like
seconds remaining.
can kind of like set everything up.
I mean, 3 Ogre with a multicasted Solar Crest, and you have a Phantom Assassin on your team, that could be pretty hilarious.
Be crazy. I guess the other thing that you could do here is some other setup with the Grimstroke too. I always think of like Legion as an interesting answer.
Yeah, they don't actually have anything
Soulbind.
any Soulbind combos. I mean, Grimstroke's just a good support regardless, I think, even without the Soulbind target. Inkswell is just amazing.
So they wanna
Okay,
switch
so
it
who's
up.
the mid? Is it going to be the Void or is it going to be the Quap?
I think it's the Quap here. They're gonna avoid the Doom mid hurting him, I guess.
Wait,
Yeah.
Jamesy's the Ogre.
Oh. Are we seeing some mid ogre, or maybe
What?
Van's just the Doom player and they're gonna send Van mid? But
Has he been demoted? Like, you're gonna play an ogre this game.
you're 5 bloodlust bot.
No,
Can't be trusted in there. I mean, is there such thing as being a Doom player? How difficult is Doom, really?
I mean, maybe you're a mid player, you just don't want to play it. Whereas James is like, yeah, I can do some Aghanim Scepter Ogre Magi, you know.
Ooh,
Okay, well,
we'll see.
we'll see. Well,
I don't think Ogre wants to go mid versus Quap.
no. You could probably out-regen the dagger for what it's worth, but we'll see how this all pans out as we go to a quick break before we jump into game number 2.
These feelings are waiting for you to come back.
So why is it so hard to let you go?
Amazing feelings are waiting for you to explore again. Once the world is ready.
So why is it so
Until we
hard
meet
to
again.
let you go?
Amazing Thailand.
Let you go. So why is it
All right, everybody,
so
welcome back
hard
to
let
game
you
number 2 of this lower bracket elimination series for Monster Energy Dota Summer 13 Cignal Ultra versus Esports. We Esports with a resounding game 1 victory. And what do Cignal do? They respond with a mid ogre.
All right, they're doing it. So
They're doing it.
I was wondering if they're gonna put him on 5, but it looks like this is the decision. I don't know. So what's the idea of the build here? Like, are you gonna try and max out Ignite and then like out harass Makoto?
But I feel like you can disjoint the projectile if you get an early point in Blink.
But then you have Blink level 1 against Ogre, and then you're just like punching an Ogre.
But with Dagger, can you really do anything against an ogre anyway?
Yeah, I feel like Shadow Strike's scarier than Ignite in general.
I mean,
30 seconds
so
to
the
go.
cumulative damage of a level 1 Shadow Strike. But, okay, so give me Ogre's base regen right now.
it's
I want
8.9,
when he's standing under the tower though.
Oh, that's a good point.
I don't know what it'll.
so he's getting 3. So
5.8. Okay.
And he's also got like a Tango there as well. God, what's the build? Do you just like rush a Midas? Is that terrible? This seems weird.
Yeah, this
This
is
is
very
where you
weird.
need like an
That's
OD
what
pixel
it
because
is.
he's played some mid over
some
Magi.
Battle Fury probably on
Yeah,
mid
you'd be
ogre.
like, you get the Midas, bust out the double Battle Fury.
Yeah, you have to get a Midas at least. Otherwise, there's
Yeah,
no reason to give Ogre
I
mid
mean-
lane farm.
I've done this.
that
I've
makes
played
sense.
this in Turbo. You go Midas Dagon 5,
Yeah.
and then you just start like shooting lasers everywhere.
I feel like
but
Midas and Turbo is not great though, because the cooldown's still the same as normal
you
Dota.
shut your mouth.
Whoa.
Okay.
he baits him with the 0 creep block
Okay.
to get it under the tower.
Ignite connects. Shadow Strike at level 1 for Makoto. and they're just brawling. But Makoto's taking way more damage.
For now.
For now, true.
I don't know if that will stay the case. Yeah, that'll be an interesting lane.
Bot lane, it's the 5-position Clockwork. Top lane, we got the Mirana and the Doom. And Kezcute just slapping away.
And gone are the days where 5 positions were like these squishy int heroes like your
Yeah.
CMs and Lions. Nowadays, Undying, ET, Clockwork, it's these tanky strength boys who have kind of claimed the 5-position role.
Right.
It once again made the safe lane safe for carries, because carries would always get like these Crystal Maiden who's standing like 500 units behind
Yeah.
the carries like, I don't want to get close. I'm not bullying a Tide Hunter. What are you talking about? A Reese? That's a first blood.
Well, I think
Yeah.
part of the reason that it ended up happening too is because you have like this situation where you don't need as much farm on your 5s anymore. It felt like 5s ended up becoming like a 4 as well in tow. Like you couldn't go the poverty 5 position anymore. Now I feel like you kind of can. Some of these heroes coming back into the meta. It's like so important that you can at least win the lane. So I actually like this. This is looking kind of cool, right? If you're able to out regen the, like, she's gonna have to ferry out more regen than the ogre will probably if they can keep his HP sort of at a high-ish level so he's not in danger of dying.
Yeah, I think the lane gets harder. Like here at level 3 is where it's going to get pretty hard to play, and Ogre's just naturally going to be forced to buy more regen than Quap.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Theoretically, I would say. I just don't think the Ignite by itself is going to be enough.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even really so much care about the lane. I just don't know what a mid lane Ogre does with all that farm. Like, so what's the multicast item that you're going for? You get the Midas, sure. Then what's the next offensive item that will help out a Phantom Assassin the most? I thought Solar Crest seems reasonable.
Yep.
I guess Rod could also be kind of cute against these slippery heroes like a Void Spirit and a Queen of Pain.
Look at this. Look at
Wow.
this damage. I mean, they're both getting pretty low. So I think one of the ideas you play around your first 2 spells is Ogre. So you can go like mobility items and then just run at heroes, right? And you can start trying to like put a huge amount of punish on and like play like a roaming Ogre kind of.
But these are heroes that are not easy to roam on. Like a bat, kind of getting harassed. Cogs come out. FBZ.
I think you should be fine, right?
Yeah, she doesn't want to jump into that.
I think that you actually can roam on the Spectre early. Like, Spectre's gonna be... Fire Blast does a lot of damage at a couple of levels up there. Once Jamesy's like 7 or something, I feel like you can do some good damage.
Oh, that's good. He fire blasted
Yep.
the setup for the Ignite projectile connecting so she couldn't blick disjoint it. Oh my god, this bot lane.
Yeah, this is a constant brawl going on down here. Regen being expended. Grim's off to TP back to base, and Makoto is
Dead.
okay.
Nice. All right, way better for
And
Cignal.
that, he doesn't have bottle. Let's say if he can get a 4-minute rune, that'd be fantastic. But Kezcute gonna grab an invis and run at Jamesy.
Get away.
Yeah, he was protecting that rune. I wonder if he actually just started moving to his spirit after getting the stomp, if he could have actually killed Ogre. Because Ogre has insane base regen, but, I mean, once you've got natural order, who cares?
Right.
Turns out mid ogre is solid for now.
In the lane.
The lane.
In
yeah.
the lane.
We'll see what the game plan is when that Midas comes out, which you got to kind of assume is part of a core ogre build.
I could see him like trying to get one other item first to like make some moves, like I don't know, some type of boots and then like an urn or something. But the fact that he doesn't have boots already, maybe he wouldn't. I don't know.
Now, historically, it was the Aghanim Scepter. Yeah.
Oh,
So it was a
yeah.
fun one. I remember Universe playing offlane ogre, rushing some ags.
See how it goes. I mean, it feels like they're trying to commit to make sure that Kezcute's still in this area a little bit.
Hyde puts up the ink swell. Gonna get the stun on the Clockwork, but a bat jumps in right after. That's the kill.
It does feel like a ton of these mobile boom heroes with all the stuns and lockdown the Cignal Cignal side, but Boom are doing their best to try and fight back here down bottom,
Just
chasing for
keep
another
slapping.
kill. Woo. Yeah, ET packing a punch.
Oh, he doesn't even have natural order yet. Yeah, wow.
No, he just hits hard. It's a strong. Fire blast in a second. Makoto, like, kind of has to be careful a little bit, I think. I'm gonna jump away.
You can see the Ogre's net worth, though, is not in the best place. So even though the CS was not all too bad, the Ogre's just been constantly buying regen and is getting the levels you'd hope for. But like right now, it feels like this is like a 3-position Ogre that's going to have to run around being a playmaker or just utility hero, getting the Solar Crest type items you mentioned to buff up the PA. But with the focus on the first few spells, it means you're not going to have Bloodlust as early on as maybe
that's
you'd
true.
like.
Only one hero gets clipped by the Astral, but it looks like that'll be enough damage. Arrow does actually stop the ET from getting another attack in.
Oh! Oh my god, the taunt!
And Aether Remnant.
FBZ,
Good
what a
snipe.
player.
Doom comes out on the Spectre.
Spectre is
Radiant's courier has been killed.
basically juke the Doom even without the TP support, it looked like.
This is officially no longer good now for Cignal. They needed to get something, like these last couple fights, Ogre needed to be in there with them, like making things happen, because otherwise he's just AFK farming and not doing anything.
Dude, that's what it's like for a mid ogre. It's like Tinker pre-BOT. Like, sure, you have a lot of levels on a hero that can do a lot of damage, but still, it's all about getting that first major item.
Yeah, I think this game's still overall going okay for Cignal. Like, it's going to turn into this like PA versus Spectre farm battle to some extent, but PA is farming just fine.
Yeah, that's fair. It does look like they're going to lose right there on the Doom, so a quick and easy bring down.
And FBZ hits 6 off of that as well, so he can start being a little bit more aggressive.
And afterwards, going back for phase boots. He's going to be active in this game. Ogre just
He got boots. Got brown boots. Nothing in the quick buy yet.
Haste.
Nari snipes the haste rune away from Makoto.
They've done a good job not giving, Makoto that explosive game we saw in game 1. Like, it's like, all right, let's not let Makoto just go off, get every room, win his lane, and dominate. Let's make sure that Boom have to, come together as a team to win the game.
This is, it's feeling very strange so far, but with the evacuation, Spectre heading down to the bottom lane, and again giving the Void Spirit up top like he had the Tidehunter last game, you can see that Boom just have this like very clear idea of how they want to play Dota and ensuring that they're always giving their carry the safest place on the map.
Yeah, it's like 2 games in a row where roughly the same time they send their offlaner to the quote-unquote safe lane. Because, they feel like Dreamer Cell's just going to have an easier time somewhere else.
4 Cignal heroes converging on the Dire mid lane. Kescute deftly sidesteps some arrows and is going to outrun
This is really bad.
Grims here. Can't
Oh,
get
no.
a cogs.
The Mud Golems broke his
God.
Trankles.
Jeez.
Still gets away and Hyde with 1 point in stroke going to try to drive back this mid lane push.
This is so good by Boom. Like, they're just pulling them around on strings, trying to bait them in all the while. Like, Spectre's free farming bottom, Hyde cleared the wave. Like, and now they might actually just get this kill here. James is in some trouble. Sonic Wave?
Doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it. Oh, wow. But Dreamusla comes in with the Desolate damage, and one last scream will clip that mid ogre. Now Grim's going to get silenced and killed. And killed.
Nice. And then they get the ward immediately afterwards. Like, this is just really clean play from Boom. Last time it was Cignal Ultra, like, having some flubs. This is Boom playing well.
And now they're going to get 3 bounties off of this, or no, it'll be a 2-2 split.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And you could not ask for a better first haunt as a Spectre.
Killing it.
And going for a Blade Mail first build again.
I mean, for Cignal, the silver lining is despite all that, you're getting your farm. They don't see the net worth difference, but it is an even game still, even though they lose that fight. And they have a window now with Haunt down if they want to consider getting aggressive again, but they don't have that good playmaker. Like, yeah, they could smoke up with an Ogre Clockwork, but until Clockwork gets 6, it feels like they're kind of limited in kind of plays they can make.
So this is that other thing too that we've seen recently, is like, yeah, they don't necessarily have a playmaker, but now you're also getting Spectre that's farming. So they need to make this move right now. But you can farm up Ancient so much more effectively with Blade Mail on Spectre, but it does leave her open if they're able to find her.
Clockwork's only level 4.
Yeah, it's such a hard gank to get.
But if they can get it, everybody's here. Power Rangers,
They got the arrow.
big hit, big kill, and
Oh,
Sonic
what a
Wave!
Sonic.
Holy crap!
Dire's middle tower is
no.
under attack.
Oh man, that Inkswell just barely pulled off before Spectre died, and so she gets the stun. Sonic Wave clips onto all 3.
And that's just all because they don't have that hero to initiate. So Spectre's able to run all the way back to the tier 2 tower, almost lives. Luckily, the Mirana hits a nice arrow. I think if they want to make that play, they need to bring the Ogre probably, because he's like their only kind of setup and instance stun. But even then, it's like,
He's not going anywhere until he gets 600 more gold.
Dude,
yeah, he's not smoking. He's got his own plan.
See, this is the thing: is like you said, you have to go for this item, right? It's what makes this hero into a core better. But you also want to be moving around, making moves, and when you don't do that, then my game falls apart. And then it's 3-9.
Yeah, I would have rather they just not tried to gank Spectre, just accept they're going to free farm the Spectre, free farm your PA, give Clockwork a lane to get a 6. Like, Clockworking level 6 to me is their #1 priority right now as a team. Until that point, I just don't think they can make good plays around the map. Any play they make is going to get heavily punished.
Dire's top tower
This always
has
feels
fallen.
nice as a Grimstroke when you can just get like a little bit of me time, even in the jungle, to farm. He's got 4 points in Stroke and then 3 points up in the Inkswell as well.
Radiant's bottom
It's like
tower
pretty
is under
freaking
attack.
farmed on the Grim, or at least levels wise.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem for Phantom Assassin whenever she finally does participate in these fights. Because so much lockdown provided between the silence, the stroke slow, the Inkswell movement speed, and the stun. And they're still maintaining control of this mid lane tier 1.
Grimstroke's such a cool hero when he gets off to a good start.
Yeah, Stroke has like a 4-second cooldown, which is wild for a spell that's so good at spell clear. Illusion, gonna tank one of the Aether Remnants, but he gets bounced in
He was in range.
with that ET ultimate.
Get him back.
Okay. Well, let's back up, though. They got to be careful about overcommitting.
Sonic Wave is up also.
Yeah.
It's just gonna eat up that creep and then waddle on out. Orchid's still a little ways away from Makoto. Definitely not as dominant of a game as we saw last time, but he'll get it at a decent clip. And this is going to be into or Battle Fury.
Midas online for Ogre. Let's go. Wait, he's gonna get a multiplier on his first one. I want to find out what they're smoking up right now.
Make it happen.
He's got 6 on the Clockwork.
Wait, Ogre's just like on the other side of the map still.
Yeah, he's in farm mode. I mean, you got Devour, you got an Ogre Midas, you got
True.
PA top net worth.
Late game secured.
I mean, PA's top net worth pre-Battle Fury. The farm just accelerates with Battle Fury, so...
There's some stuff going on. If they can get Makoto here, this is great. No, they can't get a
Too slow.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
arrow. No. Weird things happening.
So hard to get Doom off with that cast time.
God. Completely outplayed. And Jamesy now also in trouble. He got his Midas off, but is he going to be able to get out afterwards with it?
Oh, it's Stroke just a little bit short.
Looks like Reese also is going to be chased. Arrow will connect. Not quite enough. Big hit, though,
Okay.
from the Ogre.
Multiplier. Let's go. All right. Hookshot connects onto the ET as well.
Jamesy,
Kez
it's your time.
Is it though?
Time of the Ogre. It's just okay. Never mind.
It was upon us. Now Grimm's gonna get stunned and killed. Hyde gets the credit, and Void Spirit's like, okay, it's fine. I'll take over the mid lane space-making responsibilities from you, Queen, as you are dead. Van, at least gonna bully out Hyde, but not
Oh,
before it takes
nice.
a pound of your own.
Easy. Dude, he's fine with that.
They're going to get 4 bounties, yeah.
I mean, again, like you talk about, though, this is PA just free farm right now. Like, and with the Devour, with the Midas, it could be worse.
I don't know who stops PA from getting kited though. Like, Clockwork is a support, so he can't really do... Yes, 2x multiplier, let's go! She'll be able to jump in, but the Boom heroes are just so difficult to keep in one place. And Spectre's going for Blade Mail first item also, so even if you do manage to isolate her, she's not easy to kill.
No, the plus side is this point and click stun from Ogre is pretty nice for setting some stuff up, or like being that follow up after a clock jump in.
Yeah, they can. If they can lock people down with the stuns, the Doom, they've got a lot to buff up the PA too.
FBZ gets the DD room bottled. ET splitter connects. Aris. Oh, the hook shot.
Starstorm afterwards. Chase down. Ketsuke's in trouble too. I think they got him here. Big old chase as Jamesy is going to run after him. Fire Blast does not get a multicast. And backs away. Stomp is still going to land. Punch, punch, punch. Now
No.
bottom.
Oh.
Abed
Jumps out, but he gets clipped by the stroke.
Oh, and ET gets out back towards mid. Jamesy couldn't get the stun again.
And Quap also still makes it out as well. Gets spotted, but all the crowd control's gone. And Phantom Assassin gets executed.
Back in again. Makoto's here. Doesn't have his Orchid yet. Trying to make a little bit of space. And Jamesy's going to try and TP out as well. Will be able to make it. They'll let us know how they feel about it.
Definitely, I feel like seeing some of the weaknesses of Doom, which is like this hero got really strong and had a lot of farm, but it's just running around unable to doom or kill anyone,
Yeah.
it feels like.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He needs a better
Dire
creep
are
also.
scanning.
Yeah,
Like if he gets the Centaur, now he has the
Exactly.
blink, so it makes life a little bit easier, but still, the cast animations are brutal.
Yeah, like as soon as he got scouted in that mid lane, you're just getting kited. Like Void Spirit has too many insta mobility spells. Quap can
Even
blink
James,
away.
he can't get Fire Blast off.
Yeah, it is.
Which
Very difficult.
Do we have anything in the quick buy for this ogre yet? He's been he gets mech
Yeah.
into Greaves most likely because he got the
Okay.
arcane boots. Okay.
When I saw the arcanes, I thought he was going to go Aether, and then
Wait, what
someone's
happened-
Going to Hex or something.
What happened to his energy booster?
He did buy one, right?
did buy
I saw
one,
the arcane
yeah.
boots, unless he insta disassembled and sold it.
Yeah, that must have been what it was. Maybe he realized they wanted the mech first, like to be able to get into the fights right away.
Okay. That is not the stun creep, but they still managed to get the kill on Kez. Cute.
Oh, big jump through. That's a lot of damage. And they are going to go down with 2 Doom as well. Did I hear that?
The old Spite Doom.
Okay. Now the run in. Phantom onto the Ogre.
Grims is like, of course I'm intended to hook my ogre. And the Doom's not going to do anything. Dream still shows up again in the mid lane. That stroke actually does a lot of damage to Jamesy.
Dude, Jamesy's crazy. What is he doing? Oh my god!
That mech.
Player. Oh. Dude,
You
pulling him in?
almost- Yeah, that's curtains.
Oh, Jamesy! It wasn't meant to be. Dude, these guys are insane.
Yeah, that feels like one of those things in pubs where it's like, I'm just gonna stick around and
Heister, it gets you every time.
yeah, he's just trying to play with him a bit too much, and Boom aren't having any of
I mean,
it.
it's because he has the mid laner instincts, but Ogre is not a mid laner hero, so
Yeah.
he's like, I should be doing something, right? Right? Like, because I'm full HP and full mana, my team's getting surrounded. But that's just not his responsibility.
Man, poor Abat's probably just like, guys, I'm so farmed in this PA. Like, I can act. He's probably saying, like, guys, I can carry this game. I'm so farmed. Just bloodlust me, get a solar crest, buff me up, and I'll carry this game. Just, try to die a little less.
I don't really understand the mech, though, because they don't have a great 5-man team against Boom, because you've got great wave clear between ET and Grimstroke, so you can't really get on a tower easily. And again, like, they're having trouble getting kited by everyone. Again, blink onto Keskute. Arrow does not connect.
Can't quite get the follow-up there. And now the leashed up onto 2. In trouble. Jamesy gonna die again.
Every time they're going for these kills, it's like kind of an overcommitment, and the counterplay from Boom is there.
Grimstroke has been
Radiant's
really
middle
clutch.
tower is under attack.
My Shadow times out. Grims is in the wrong place at the wrong time. He will be the third death.
Yeah, that ain't looking great. I mean, again, it's still only 2,000 gold lead, but these items that you have on Boom are just so much more effective for fighting right now.
Yeah. I think PA opting for that kind of greedier build too, not getting the earlier BKB to fight with, but going for the Deso. I think even when you're going for this non-BKB build, you need to be fighting at some point. You're the strongest hero on your team, and this is like this kind of key mid-game stage. Like they need to fight around the PA. They can't afford to just have this, you know, one hero AFK farming while the rest try and fight.
It definitely has that feel of like at every point in the game. First it was the 3 heroes smoking up without the Clockwork 6 to go for the Spectre. Then it was, you know, Ogre being involved in the game, but then also not having that PA there. It's like,
Oh my god, Kezcute has a force already. Gets out of the cogs, no arrow connection. Essence String gonna keep him alive for a little bit longer.
All right. Yep. PA, if they can win a fight here, they get Roshan. That's how Cignal can get back into this game. And PA is freaking strong.
that's the thing too. This like the strongest part about this Ogre core is that once you actually start to get online, you can just keep rolling, right?
Yeah.
Like you have such low cooldowns.
Like, I think this game is still very much anyone's game if Cignal can get a lot out of the next 5 minutes or so. They take the tier 1 mid tower now.
Has fallen.
Like, Ogre's gotten levels. I assume he's got a few points in the Bloodlust, so
Right.
the Bloodlusted PA is incredibly strong right now.
Again, everybody, if you're wondering, bts.gg/monster MVP.
It's true.
We got some new contenders possibly here. Oh, Jamesy. Well, as I say it, it's like he might be going down again.
All right.
Friends.
All the 4th play.
Oh, does get the stun and the lift up afterwards with the Yules. God, it's so hard to play. They get to sleep after the Sonic Wave. Getting a kill.
You know, he's looking like an Ursa or something, just getting kited constantly. Unable to find a good ulti. I feel like we haven't seen a good Doom this game.
And now they're gonna Roche?
Yeah.
Taking it away from PA. This is what Cignal needed to get Roche themselves this game, I feel like. This first Roche especially.
See the arrow. They don't have hook shot available. 20 more seconds, and like these illusions with Spectre getting the extra mirror damage. That's what got him the Aegis.
Yep.
Just like that now. 2,000 gold lead, but more importantly, getting that Aegis and not giving it up. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Like you said, there's still this very farmed PA. She's 4,000 gold ahead of the Spec. Or 3,000.
I don't care about her. Give me an Ogre click. Click on Ogre. That's the only hero that matters to me in this game. Still going for the full Greaves. Wow, okay.
Interesting timing. BKB done and Deso. Like, there's some things going on here.
About to hit level 20.
Oh.
Wow, wow.
Interesting. What do you guys think? Blur evasion, or are we seeing the armor reduction?
Probably armor reduction.
Yeah, there aren't very many right clickers on this team.
There
Yeah.
have been a couple of PAs that I've seen that have taken the blur, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
It's a lot of evasion.
And Makoto hiding out here can cut the wave the next time through if he wants to, but it looks like they should be able to secure this tier 1 bottom unless there's some type of contention. There's a smoke up from Dire.
Sonic Wave up in 10 seconds, but Boom's going the
Dire's
opposite
bottom
direction.
tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under
Nice.
attack. Dire's
And
structures are
maybe
fortified.
hoping for the defense that you're going to see from Cignal and trying to catch them when they TP.
Yeah, Boom definitely showing they want to fight, but don't really want to fight on their side of the map. They've got this Aegis. They're going to
Radiant's top
press some
tower
lanes
is
up,
under
but I think
attack.
Cignal
Dire's bottom tower
doing
is under attack.
the best option available to them, which is pushing up bottom.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Dude, it's even like 3x less efficient if you're an Ogre.
He's got this.
Oh, that's what you get.
You hate to see it.
That's what you get for that one.
Hate to see it. Gonna spot? No.
Well,
Arrow? No.
did give him his Greaves though now on Ogre, and that's pretty
Radiant
important, you know.
Husband.
Like the Orchid, helping out with that damage over time. Clockwork though.
I still feel like they don't win a 5-on-5 engagement, even with Greaves, though.
Yeah, they have to win like pickoffs.
Yeah.
It's weird the way that they have to play this, I think. Or like if you start the fight by PA just blowing somebody up, right?
Yeah. I think these backline supports are biggest. Grimstroke is like the biggest enemy that you have.
That was pretty good. Haunt comes out afterwards, trying to run down one, but the Inkswell runaway, Jamesy, Guardian Greaves,
nice
now
soul
stuck
bind.
together, and well, this is what you were talking about, Neil. As soon as it's a 5-on-5, it's over.
I mean, that's a good Doom if PA is there. They're not fighting around PA again. Like, I don't think you can do any initiation if PA is not there.
Well, she's kind of there. I don't
She
think she
shows up
wants to
now.
be here.
She was top lane, yeah.
Yeah.
Before when that fight
Oh, she got
happened.
baited. She's going into this fight, activates the BKB, but
Not good.
this is for an Elder Titan who
good.
force staffs out anyway.
Run.
That's your 10-second BKB.
Yeah. Don't even take down the Aegis. Mikoto goes in. Has a Lincoln's active still available, but gets bounced by the cogs. Dies.
And she's done. Just like that. They might get one here, but no, Void Spirit's going to get away too, it looks like.
Yep. And costs a Mirana buyback. Grimm's now last man standing. Gets stroked. Puts a urn on FBZ, but he's probably going to survive through that, and Grimm's will end up managing to get out. Flare does not clip.
Really good play by Boom.
Yeah, I don't know why the Phantom Assassin decided to fight after everyone was dead.
Yeah. Everyone was dead. Doom was used. All right, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's one of those situations where she had to pop BKB, right, to get away from the combo from Void Spirit, right?
Well, right on that cliff, like, ET was chasing her, and she was like, maybe I could just get a quick ET kill
Right.
and get out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, ET's got a force stuff. Unless you literally one-hit dagger, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. And that's I think the thing is, like, it's that desire to make something happen because you had to pop your BKB. And,
Spoil that shot.
you know, it gets you sometimes.
It's definitely a like team outplay thing where it's just like Cignal's looking a bit disjointed, whereas Boom, you know, the reason they show a hero mid that can get going on is because they see the PA top farming, so they're just willing to take any fight when the PA is not there.
Radiant's top
Aegis
tower
about to
is
time
under
out,
attack.
but Haunt going to be available in 25 seconds as it brings her back to full mana. Reese gets Yulesed, and that is going to be his dieback death down for 70 seconds now.
This is a Scotty Spectre, and Haunt's going to be up again pretty soon, I think. So, yeah, game is hard. Game is really hard. Look at this swing. It's just 20-minute mark. Everything is starting to really just head into the favor of Boom. Looking like the better team here.
It's true, didn't bloodlust, but doesn't matter. Hyde gets insta-gibbed anyway.
Okay.
BKB activation. ET splitter, gonna slow down people, but not before he dies. And now Abad gets 2 kills with that second BKB charge.
Still feels like he's playing a little bit scared.
Oh, and
even
a fat
4v3.
multiplier.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They want to fight.
Reeves.
Oh, what a sonic wave.
Damn. The bring down, and now they're inside of it. Doom on 2-1.
Void Spirit.
Oh, Jamesy living. He's got 6 charges still. He can
Blink
bait him in.
up.
Bait it. Bait it.
Mikoto's
Makoto.
going for it. Yeah.
Oh,
Stick.
oh,
Okay. Well,
successfully baited.
I thought something was going to happen.
Well, that was another pretty solid victory for Boom. That was without any Aegis. It had already expired.
Radiant's middle tower
But this
has fallen.
Spectre is just... head-to-head, this PA and Spectre have not really fought yet. And Spectre's just willing to show up to the fight after PA's BKB ends.
Yeah. I mean, PA got the 2 supports, had to commit BKB, so it was a 3v4. Boom basically jumped in 3 versus 4, knowing that PA couldn't fight, would just get blown up. So things are looking pretty grim here for Cignal.
Oh, wow, I didn't know Illusions applied Dragon Skill.
Yeah.
Yep.
That almost took it.
That's been amazing.
Now a Titan Sliver.
This is looking rather rough now. And again, you can I think it's pretty easy to sort of think about memeing on him with the ogre mid and all that. But it feels like it's much more the choices that have been made in the game that have gotten us to this point in game number 2 than strictly draft things.
Sure, but it was their last pick hero.
Yeah,
Is this a final pick ogre that changed the face of their draft?
Radiant's bottom
No.
tower is under attack.
no?
I'm with you, Gabe. I
Yeah.
am not. I don't think Ogre mid was necessarily the best pick, but very much so. Like the key problem for me with them is just how they're playing as a team and some of the decisions they're moving around the map.
I would give it like 30%, 30 maybe
Yeah.
up to 40%.
Okay,
Like,
that's fair.
that's where I'm at.
Yeah, like the draft, the Ogre mid didn't help him, but it's not like the core of where this game went wrong.
Right. A different couple of plays and Ogre would have won this game. Maybe.
We got to support the innovation.
Sure,
Yeah.
fine.
I want more Midas Ogre mids in my pubs, you hear?
Absolutely. The patch is getting long. You gotta try out new things.
Radiant's courier
No
has
more
been
Snapfire. They've gotten rid of it. Arrow? Hey. Okay. They're not gonna follow up.
They're looking.
Well, they want to. He's about to have another step
Wow.
and dissimulates. BKB, Van gets the Doom off. Splitter connects on a bat.
That's melting.
Yeah. Sonic Wave also pure
The ET's
damage.
just punching the PA.
Oh my god. Got completely destroyed there. And granted, they did end up losing the Void Spirit, but more and more go down. They break the TP. Jamesy gonna fall to the ground and be brought down by Dreamer Cell.
So clearly, PA should have gotten the blur evasion for the ET. For the 5 position ET,
That's true.
you should have gotten the blur evasion.
How much damage does he do? It was like a 300 one or
Yeah, I don't know how
something.
many people he got with his spirit, but that was pretty preposterous.
Chunking that PA.
What do you like to see?
Radiant's middle tower has
Yeah,
fallen.
yeah. Well, I mean, with Scotty
Radiant's
on
top
Spectre
tower
at
is
this
under
point,
attack.
and like Basher, Bissellblade soon, this is looking like a better performance from Cignal Ultra, but the same result potentially.
Yeah. I'm glad to see Boom go forward. These guys are, one of to me, the top 3 teams in SCA potentially when they're at their best.
Radiant's middle barracks
I was
are
surprised
under
not to see
attack.
them in the upper bracket. They lost a tiebreaker game yesterday
Radiant's
to Among
top
Us, I
tower
believe.
has fallen.
That's how they ended up here. But they're definitely a scary team for anyone who drops down from the upper bracket. It's going to be like, you're worried if you're having to face Boom.
Yeah, it's the type of team that if they suddenly get hot, like you said, top 3 finish is not at all outside of the realm of possibility, even higher.
Yep. Definitely a team who can make a big run. They have got to finish out game 2 here, but I think we're looking at one last big hurrah from Cignal, who have smoked up but are too late to the Roche party. They may still try catch him by surprise.
Fucking arrow out there.
Wow, that would have been a very brave. I'm surprised they're even still fighting this, actually. All 5 heroes jump in from Boom. BKB activated, the Soulbind, keeping the Phantom Assassin locked in with the Doom. Can't jump anywhere. Dream is still getting low, but the Sonic Wave will finish off the Phantom Assassin, dead for 100 seconds. Jamesy, the mid lane ogre, next to fall. And there is the last hurrah, I suppose.
Chase down. Give him one more punch. Oh, nice stomp.
Yeah, style
Radiant's
points.
middle barracks
You tell
are
him,
under
man.
attack.
Oh no, Makoto's not
God.
happy with it.
And GG. Well, they got that stomp. If nothing else, you can't take that away from them.
Can't take it away.
Eat a little bit of cheese as a victory celebration comes out, and boom, gonna move on. And with that, I do believe that means that we are no longer going to be seeing Cignal Ultra.
Elimination.
Tough.
That is rough indeed, but it was a clear victory. So seems that we are going to be moving throughout this bracket. As so say your goodbyes to Cignal. It's a hell of a performance, I suppose. Mid ogre, not going to forget that one.
Yep.
But we will go to a quick break and then come back with a breakdown of game number 2.